this is the most philosophical story ever written, you know, with this question, would you die for someone? So my purpose was to forget these paper characters of 18th century and going closer to the source of that opera, which was Euripides' Alceste. And I thought that in this screenplay, I mean in this libretto, would be interesting to have first, you know, problems in this couple happening, and then that she would announce first in her interview in the way like Lady Diana made once when they were together with Charles still. She gave this first interview which shaked England and the monarchy in England, demanding for divorce.
The character I play is hard to explain because, first of all, it's a woman who stands in for her husband who has to die, and she takes over his place. In our production, and that's more or less the main thing about this opera, in our production it was telling a different story because she is a queen, and it's based kind of on the story of Lady Diana. I'm coming into this opera as a person, into the scene when I just decided I might want to have a divorce. So it's a different point of view. So there are two conflicts now. I have the thing with my husband, and the second one is to stand in for him because he is going to die and someone else should take his place, and she has a feeling and she's forced to take this place.
Well, I've been doing this opera for about 15 years or so, and in this production my character is a little different than the productions I've done in the past. In this production we're doing here with Christoph, he's a little more strong-willed, strong-minded, and trying to get what he wants all the time. Gluck's music, it's incredibly dramatic, especially when you consider when it was written, and one of the dramas don't really come from the arias. The arias are beautiful pieces in and of themselves, but the drama comes from the orchestrated recitatives.
I think it's one of the great dramas and one of the great stories. I think this is, you know, the Euripides is a great archetypal myth, and I say the musical side is pretty incredible in the sense of like the choruses are magnificent, the pantomimes, the solo pieces for the orchestra of great beauty and serenity, and the orchestral effects like the music of the Grand Prêtre is very ominous and very striking, spine-tingling and virtuosic and awe-inspiring. So I think what's maybe the big thing is how fast the events change. Whereas in a Baroque opera, you would have an aria which is 15 minutes long, exploring one mood. Here, in the 15 minutes, you've gone through 5 or 6 turbulent changes of characterization.
It's a challenge to go into this myth. It's a challenge to have a heroine who is dying on stage. So between controlling and not controlling anymore. You know, her attitude, and adding from myself what happens in this dying woman, like brain visions, you know, hallucination. Of course, we are in a myth, but this myth, should like deal with us today.